Landline. This is not my article, but it's cool. It's from Landline. This is actually from John Bendel, contributing editor at large. Goes, is truth sneaking up on the driver shortage fairy tale? I wonder how live I can go. But is the myth of a truck driver shortage over and done with? Has the truckload industry longest running controversy finally been settled? Since the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine issued its study of driver pay and working conditions in October 2024, more trucking and logistics media folks have been asking the question. That's a big change. Not that long ago, we trucking editors rarely questioned the American Trucking Association line that the industry is short a large number of drivers. The number ATA seems to be most fond of is 60,000. Back in the frantic economic resurgence following the COVID shutdown in 2020, a near hysterical ATA raised the shortage figure to 80,000. President and CEO Chris Spear spoke ominously of a cliff the entire trucking industry was approaching. The driver shortage was about to seize up the entire U.S. economy. The surging demand for trucking didn't last, of course, and things settled down, way down. Unfortunately, but Spear caught his breath, and his dreaded cliff drifted off into the mist of some future fight with the truth. ATA's driver shortage estimate fell back to 60,000. To take a step further back, the driver shortage conversation actually took a subtle turn in March 2019 when the Bureau of Labor Statistics asked in a monthly labor review headline, "Is the U.S. labor market for truck drivers broken?" The article concluded that the labor market for truck drivers work was about as well as the labor markets for other blue-collar occupations. In other words, there was no driver shortage. ATA's argument. ATA struck back with a new news release quoting its chief economist, Bob Costello. The Bureau of Labor Statistics didn't understand trucking, Costello said. Oh, but it did. The researchers didn't realize the difference between truckload drivers and drivers in other trucking sectors. There isn't one, they all drive trucks. Costello noted the study did not take into account the large number of applicants who failed to qualify for the job. The study dealt only with hired drivers. The washout were irrelevant. These ATA arguments felt half-hearted, as though Costello would rather have been doing anything else. 4 years later, Craig Fuller, FreightWaves CEO and son of U.S. Express co-founder Max Fuller, published a 2023 piece under the headline, "The Perpetual Truck Driver Shortage is Not Real." Fuller backed up his conclusion. Yo, what's up? Alright, nobody cares. No, it's never ignorant getting goals accomplished, Murder Meeks. So, it goes, 4 years later, Craig Fuller Waves Maxwell published a 2023 piece under the headline, "The Perpetual Truck Driver Shortage is Not Real." Fuller backed up his conclusion with industry data from the logistics information side of his FreightWaves enterprise. He struck a nerve at ATA. Fuller was no bureaucrat. He was a serious player in the industry, and his FreightWaves piece was too big to hand off to Costello. So ATA Spear responded himself with an outraged, largely irrelevant, and disturbingly personal rebuttal. It may have satisfied ATA's membership, but it did not have the same effect on everyone else.